Okay, forgive me, people. I'm getting reports about crappy sound on some of the earlier videos. Like, I think it's from Aries up to Libra. I don't know what to tell you. It was a screwed up technical thing. My apologies. Capricorn, this reading is for you. This is for your Saturn retrograde, dear Capricorn, from Tarot Lumination. Okay, this is a big transit. It's long. It's going to be most of the spring and summer. But it might go undetected because it's one of the farther planets. But it is the planet of karma, and it is your ruling planet. So this is very significant for you. You may feel this transit more than others, more than any of the other signs, especially because it's happening in your 12th house of spirituality, latuspirity, spirituality, will you spirit me? No, spirituality, excuse me. We're shooting this during the daytime, which makes it awkward because of crazy neighbors and construction and airplanes and ice cream trucks and things like that. So you may hear some strange sounds in the background. Please, please, please forgive me. Here comes an airplane right now. So let me just show you before we do the reading. Okay, if you have a chance, please look at this little chart in the All Signs Report 13th video, please, before we do this one, and have a look, because here is Saturn in Sagittarius, okay, up in the high 20 degrees, and here is Uranus in the 20s, and here's the North Node in the 30s. So you have this fat, big fat, juicy, nice fat fire trine, which takes a lot of the apparent pressure off of the Saturn retrograde transit. However, if you just pretend that none of that existed and all you have is Saturn, you still have to contend with Saturn. So for you, dear Capricorn, Saturn is over here in your 12th house. This is you. This is your 12th house. This is the house of endings, where it's all over. And you start again, okay? Now, in the 12th house, it can be very hard to understand that energy because it is the house of endings. It's the house ruled by Neptune, which can be like trying to hold on to a piece of fog. If you're trying to understand it, how do you hold fog? How do you hold on to a cloud? It's very, very difficult. It's very, very beautiful. It's very serene. It's like out there and it's wonderful. It's beautiful. But the challenging side of Neptune energy inverted is energies of loss, self-undoing, betrayal, treachery, deceit, lies to oneself and to another. Could be corrupted spirituality, corrupted spiritual beliefs, corrupted beliefs in general about like the whole of your existence. It's really it's challenging. I don't want to spook you. Okay, Capricorns are already going through a lot just because of the Pluto thing and the big fat T-square, okay? So we'll see how it's going to work out for you, okay, Capricorn? But there is some relief of pressure because of the big fat green trine that we showed you. So let's get into it, all right? This reading might go on just a few minutes longer because I'm doing my best to take care of you guys, Capricorn. You've been through a lot, and there's a lot more to come, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here, but we still have fun anyway, don't we? Yay! So, let's get into it, okay? I'm just going to cut it. We're just going to take care of business, all right? All right, Capricorn, because that's what we do, all right? Here's the situation. Here's the challenge. And how are we going to handle this? Okay? What have we got? Tied up in knots. This card doesn't surprise me at all. Capricorns, yours have been some of the hardest readings I've had to read and give and convey to others, and with private readings as well. Okay? So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But The beauty of this Saturn retrograde is that you get the chance to take the blindfolds off, okay? So that you can get deep into it and you can figure out what all these conflicted thoughts and energies may be that are going on in your life. Because there is so much pressure on you, dear Capricorn. There is just so much pressure on you. It doesn't surprise me if this is how you are right now, whether you're in this position willfully because you just can't take it. And so it's just, you compartmentalize, you just wrap it up and stick it somewhere else, even though all the anxiety and all the challenges are still surrounding you and keeping you very, very far away from your home turf, which is where you want to be. You want to be at home with Capricorn, okay? But you're out there. I mean, you're swirling around in the swamps of emotional debris, spiritual debris. It's festering. The swords are like sharp and pointing. You're not getting direct hit here in this particular little card, but you still are surrounded by this energy. So you're being very, very strong. You're holding up as best you can, Capricorn. I understand. And the fear of taking off the blindfolds is totally understandable too. So my heart goes out to you, all right? You're doing a great job otherwise. So what's the challenge with all of this? Because we're going to have to deal with it, okay? We have to. It's part of evolution, okay? And with Saturn, we're dealing with karma. We're dealing with evolution. Reap what you sow and all of that. So you might be discovering hard truths, hard reality checks about your spiritual beliefs, about your self-undoing in ways that have been very hard to identify because they're so deeply buried in the trash can, essentially, the spiritual trash can, your personal dumpster. The 12th house is the dumpster of the zodiac. It's where all the trash goes that people just can't handle or can't understand, and we just hope it all gets buried and goes away. But sometimes it just sits there and rots, and that contaminates everything else in your life, okay? So that's not good. So what's the challenge? The challenge is becoming the boss of that. It's really, you're going to have to seriously summon in your own power, so to speak, and literally take dominion of this. It's almost like on some of the readings I've been giving, what's happening is that despite best efforts, Capricorns are facing a sort of a simple, stark awareness that either I'm giving away all my power unwittingly or I'm doing it deliberately, and I don't know how to stop it. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where it's going. I don't know. I'm getting blindsided left, right, and center. A lot of it feels like it's coming in relationships with very, very important people in my life. And that's just how it's working out. And the question is, how am I giving my power away? The challenge is that if you are giving away your power, or your power is being depleted by others who are very strong and very aware that you are in a position of tenderness and vulnerability as you go through your own evolution, you could call those people like, um, it's almost like you have something on your forehead, like a little post-it note on your forehead that you can't see but everyone else can see, that says, I am vulnerable, I am available, you can strip out anything you want from me and I won't even notice, because I've already given away so much power, and the it's an established pattern inside of me and I can't help it. So help yourselves, everybody. So the big challenge here for you, Capricorn, is to reclaim your power, okay? It might be a monumental task. Most of the time, Capricorn, you can handle that. Climbing the mountain and everything, that's who you are. That's what you do. You're slow, patient, relentless, very, very thorough, and you take this very, very responsibly. The idea, the whole concept that you could be depleted or living without your power is unacceptable, Capricorn. This is unacceptable. Capricorn, you need to reclaim your power, and that's what's going to happen. Somehow or other, we're going to figure it out. It's a long, slow journey, but with this Saturn retrograde, you're going to get the chance to have a really close look, because the Saturn police, the truth police, are coming in. And it sounds awful, but they're actually here to help you. Okay? They're going to be shining a light on the parts of your life where you have given yourself away, where you have given away your power, either deliberately or unconsciously, or whether it was just you were vulnerable and your power was depleted and stolen from you. So how are we going to deal with this? You bring it on to justice. It's really simple. Okay? Um, it's almost like justice will be served. If I'm going to try and be really neutral here, but let's just say that over the next few months, you come to this stark realization that by gently peeling off, so very slowly and gently, the bandages, and one by one, you just pick it off. You pick off this problem, you pick off that one, you pick off that one, you pick off that one. You gradually, incrementally, in baby steps, you slowly and gently start to reclaim your power. Now, you may not have it all together at the end of the transit, but you've identified all the issues that are crippling, okay? Which, in other words, you reveal it to heal it. By revealing the problems, as in all good healing, especially self-healing, you got to reveal it to heal it. You now have the chance to re-empower yourself, and in so doing, justice will be served. Now, here's the caveat. Here's the warning that I'm putting out here, Capricorn. If during your process of discovery, let's say you become, in other words, you take yourself to court and you say to yourself, and these are the police, the Saturn Truth Police have taken you in. They're not going to put you in jail. They're not going to put, you're not going to end up with a record or anything like that. But you're being taken in front of the boss of the bosses, which is our creator, okay? The energy of heaven, universal love, okay? The 12th house, Neptune energy in its highest form. And they're looking at you and they're saying, we understand what you're going through, Capricorn, and you're doing an incredible job, and we're still here for you. And if in the process of discovery and the legal aspects, in other words, your own truth to yourself, you discover that you have been disserved and dishonored, disrespected, you've either done it to yourself, or especially if others have done this to you, it is not your job to punish, okay? Justice will be served. Those who deserve what they deserve will get what they deserve, and it is not up to you to retaliate or punish or lash out. Justice will be served either way. Your job is to take care of you, okay? Serve yourself, re-empower yourself, and restore balance, okay? Justice will be served and balance will be restored, okay? But you're going to do it in a very, 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 very highly spiritually evolved and responsible way, because that is the challenge here. Okay, this was a very tough reading for me to give to you, dear Capricorn, and I'm trying to soften it up and make it really gentle for you, but you are under a lot of pressure, and you will prevail, okay? Because you have all that, okay? You do. I know you do, and that's what we do here at Tarot Illumination anyway. That's why it's called Tarot Illumination. We're shedding light on what needs healing, okay? So go for it, okay? Well done, Capricorn. Hang in. You're strong, all right?